Yo, what is up guys, Delboy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're new here, smash that like, hit subscribe, all of that good stuff. So, during the broadcast of Tyson Fury versus Dillian Whyte this weekend, promoter Frank Warren announced that Joseph Parker versus Joyce is close to being signed, more than likely for July of this year, which of course would be a battle of two top 10 heavyweights, and funnily enough, Joyce is ranked number 1 in the WBO and Joseph Parker is ranked number 2. So also this fight might actually be like a final eliminator, and yeah, I mean the prospect of this fight to me is exciting. I've been waiting for news on Joyce for quite some time. I believe he only fought once last year against Carlos Takam. So quite frankly, since his win over Daniel Dubois, Joyce hasn't really made the most of that momentum. I know he's had a couple of injuries, but I would have liked to have seen him a little more active. But this fight, or this potential fight with Joseph Parker, to me, is the sort of fight Joyce needs to be in right now. He's not getting any younger. Of course, he turned pro late. He is now 36 years old. He's still unbeaten at 13-0. And for me, Joseph Parker would be the toughest test of his career. Of course, Joseph Parker, a former WBO heavyweight champion, fought some really good guys in the division, including Anthony Joshua, Andy Ruiz, Dillian Whyte, Derek Chisora, etc, etc. And yeah, I mean, Joseph Parker's coming off a good win over Chisora in a fight in which he performed quite well in stages. And yeah, it was a fight in which he showed some improvements under his new trainer, Andy Lee. So yeah, I find this potential matchup extremely intriguing. Of course, Joseph Parker is the quicker guy when it comes to both hand speed and foot speed. More athletic, I would say, more explosive. But Joyce maintains that constant work rate, great chin, great jab, and he forces you to basically fight in the deep end of the pool. He'll drown you if you're not up to scratch. He will drown you. So this is the sort of fight that intrigues me a lot. Joyce is looking to make that step up, and this would be Joyce's toughest test of his career. As for Joseph Parker, we're going to find out in this fight whether Joseph Parker still has the stomach for boxing. People have questioned Joseph Parker's mentality, his warrior spirit, including myself. I've questioned it at times. And I think Joyce, if that warrior spirit isn't there, Joyce is going to find that out. You know, he's going to make you work. He's going to make it rough and tough. He's going to drag you somewhere horrible. So this is a great fight, even stylistically, you know. I'd imagine that Joe Parker in this fight will try to box. I'd imagine that Joyce will try to apply pressure. So get these two big guys together. It's going to be entertaining. If Frank Warren could get this fight over the line, it's a good look for him. Obviously, he's just promoted Fury versus Whyte at Wembley. He's got Zach Parker versus Andrade coming up in Derby in a stadium. If he could get Joyce versus Joseph Parker over the line, well, that's a good look for Frank Warren. It's a good look, so we'll see where it goes. But I like this potential fight. Right now, I am favouring Joyce if it does get made. But, you know, providing it gets signed and made official, I will make an official prediction video, and I might change my mind nearer the time. I would expect it to be very competitive, but as of right now, I do lean towards Joyce. But really good fight, man. Really good fight. I think Joyce is one of those guys who you can't really be in a boring fight against. And, you know, Joseph Parker's had that criticism of being boring at times. I think Joyce will make this fight. I really do. He'll make it a fight. So yeah, I'm all for this fight. Makes a lot of sense. Let's get it on, man. It's a great fight. Hopefully it gets signed. What do you think about this fight, though? Who would you favour? Do you believe that Joyce will have too much for Joe Parker? Or do you believe Joe Parker's experience, his speed, etc., his athleticism will be too much for Joe? Share your thoughts below. It's been your guy Delboy. Peace.